Hey everyone, it's your boy Vinny here. Now you know I couldn't let the anniversary go by without saying a few words and giving a shout out to the guys here. So, happy 1 year anniversary to the Lightning Strike podcast, to Brody and to Nova for putting on an amazing show week after week. Uh, I can't believe it's only been, since the summer now that I was lucky enough to just happen upon these two guys while they just happened to take a chance and do a live show in Whittier. And it was, shout out to Big Rich for putting that on and getting the guys out there. I just randomly stumbled across it on Instagram, and I just noticed that, hey, there's going to be a Chargers podcast going on literally 5 minutes up the street here in Whittier. I'm not doing anything. Let's go check it out. And it happened to be one of the best decisions I ever made. It was a very, very small crowd, very, very few people, but it was a blast to be on the whole night. And, they were kind enough to just let me hop in and just talk and chat all things Chargers. They had no idea who I was. I had no idea who they were, but there was just the chemistry there. It was Chargers family. And, from that point on, it was, I don't know, some sort of friendship, I guess, and just being part of the Chargers family. And then there was seeing each other at training camps, and then the games started going on. And now this is my first year being a season ticket holder, and I couldn't pass up the deal for $30 for every single game. I was like, "You going to the Chargers game, Vinny?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's my first year." Like, "Well, we're gonna have a tailgate and everything. We're gonna be celebrating our birthdays. Make sure you stop on by." For sure, of course. I'll stop by and see you guys. No problem. Oh, and hey, by the way, later on, "Hey, Vinny, check your DMs, check your DMs." I'm like, "Okay, sure. Hey, by the way, we're going to be busy celebrating with the people, so we want you to co-host the podcast with Jay and just hold down the fort while we're busy celebrating." Yeah, sure, of course, no problem. I'd be happy to do it. Oh, and by the way, this is completely your platform. You promote yourself and you have a great time and you just do you. Wow, okay, great. Thanks. Well, let's see. What do I have to promote? Well, I've been thinking and talking about doing a podcast of my own for the past 2, 3 years. What better time than any? So let's stop making excuses and let's start going. Let's start booking guests and let's start getting a recording out the week before the first home game against the Commanders and upload that as my very, very first podcast. And that's my thing to promote. So, without them giving me that chance and giving me a deadline of sorts, I wouldn't have even been able to start my own podcast in the first place. I always had the idea, but not necessarily the kind of, I guess, drive or enthusiasm to try and do it. And nothing's better for confidence and enthusiasm than a deadline. And that just started the whole thing now. So now I have the slap in VR that I'm slowly starting to come along with. I've done a couple interviews. I'm doing episodes every so often with a friend of mine, talking all things college football with Boise State and San Diego State going on. And now I have a place to go every single home game where I can just cut loose, have the time of my life, meet so many amazing people. I've gotten to meet all kinds of Lightning Strike fans outside, in real life, like Peaky and Inspection and Miss Rowe and Bolt Biz and everybody like that. And I've been so honored and humbled to get to meet everybody and people even know who I am. And it's just surreal to kind of see. It's like, "Oh, hey, Vinny, what's up?" I'm like, "Whoa, like, what's up?" And just getting to take pictures with everybody and just the kindness and the hype and just all the support around Chargers family and just seeing people come on by and enjoy the food and enjoy the music and just it's all so surreal. I had never been tailgating before. I had been through Electric Avenue and Lightning Alley, maybe Thunder Alley, maybe once before that. When we played the Bills on Sunday night and it was Easton 6 game, I just breezed on right through. I kind of took it all in, but I never really got to experience it fully until now. So, I just want to say thank you for giving me a place to go and just have fun, cut loose, and be myself. And, it's been so surreal to just kind of see all the fans and everybody walking up and all the experiences I've gotten to have just from, one choice encounter up in Whittier. So just thank you guys for everything. Congratulations on 1 year and here's to many, many more years, hopefully soon to come, and many, many more experiences. And just so happy for you guys and getting to see all the fantastic things you're doing, the interviews with players, getting to be on the field, bringing Charger fandom over to the home to the away games, and it's just not. It's just awesome to finally have Chargers fans starting to invade the digital space a little more. Um, like the Steelers have had with like the Steelers, Broncos, the Packers, the Cowboys have all had all favorite sports YouTubers that I watch. It's nice to finally have one for the home team to finally watch. So just thank you guys for everything, and can't wait to see you guys on Sunday. And it's going to be a party. We're celebrating that 1 year, just like we're celebrating the birthdays, and it's going to be a blast. And as always, go Chargers, Bolt up, Vinny out.